Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Ascalise, the inventress. My business is Inventing A to Z. At Inventing A to Z, I work with clients to take their products from concept to fruition, from a napkin idea all the way to the marketplace and everything in between, the right way. If you want to contact me, email me, lisa@inventingatoz.com. My website, inventingatoz.com. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Ascalise, the inventress. Welcome to my podcast. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Ascalise, the inventress. Welcome to the Inventress Podcast. Hello, Brittany.
Hello.
What's going on over there?
Nothing. I did the Mrs. Doubtfire introduction because
I heard that.
It's now going to be on Broadway as a musical.
Are you going to see it?
I don't know.
I want to see that. We should see it together.
I'm going to cry because I know it's not Robin Williams.
I know. It's sad.
It's a funny movie, but he makes everything. And I think it'd make me sad.
He did.
Now I want to watch the movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie. Great childhood memory.
It was very, very good. But this week we have to talk about huge things that have been going on. You were just interviewed at our Heart Radio in New York.
Oh, yes, the Gerhardts. Passage to Profit. Elizabeth and Richard Gerhardt. The best. Richard, patent attorney, funny, wonderful, smart, creative, and his incredible wife, Elizabeth, who I love dearly. They have become great friends of ours. I've known Elizabeth and Richard for, it's got to be going on 5-6 years now.
Wow.
They're at every event. It's longer than that.
It feels longer.
And they'll be actually, I don't know if you know this, but they'll be judging at our AOE conference because of the two minute, I'm tongue-tied. They will be judging at our 2-minute elevator pitch in April 19th for our product presentations, right?
Yes.
Yep. And so super, super cool. And so seeing them this week was amazing. And what was great was you were with me, my darling.
I was. It was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we were in the same studio or the same building as Z100, Elvis Duran. I've been obsessed with Z100 since I was in middle school. And I was starstruck, even though no one was in there.
But you saw his cereal.
I saw the cereal, and I saw the hot sauces in there. And I did see one of the people, Nate, who's a part of the show. I keep forgetting his position, but I was like, oh my God, I locked eyes.
You locked eyes. That's too funny.
We weren't there for that. Their studio, the Gerhardts, was great. The women in there, your clients, Antonia, Lisa,
mm-hmm.
Diane, another great woman that we spoke with, amazing entrepreneurs, strong,
mm-hmm.
powerful women. Kenya,
yes,
their person, Kenya, amazing. So check out Passage to Profit podcast. You can listen to it on iHeartRadio. And I believe they also have a YouTube.
Yeah, they're
well.
Passage to Profit. So if they go to Passage to Profit, they'll see it, hear it. And what was cool about it is it was an inventors show.
Yes.
So all of my clients, well, not all of them, 2 of the clients who will actually be on our inventing panel were there. And they got interviewed by Richard and Kenya and Elizabeth and myself. And it was just a fantastic show. And you were there to support as always, Brittany. So that was amazing. That was absolutely spectacular.
It was great. And you know what was even more spectacular?
What's that?
I thought I was being interviewed.
Oh, stop.
I was so excited. Yes, they're going to interview me.
We never talked about that. You could have been interviewed very easily. I was interviewing people, remember?
I know.
That's
I was like, well,
crazy.
I'm going on a podcast, so listen in.
We took a ride to the city, an hour and a half in the car, and you never once said to me,
I guess in my head I thought I was being interviewed.
well, why didn't you just say it out loud? You could have been interviewed that day.
No. It's better off that you guys did it.
You know what? We'll save an interview just for you. Okay? Elizabeth and Richard, do you hear that? Brittany needs an interview all to herself.
No.
Yes, you do. There's so much you need to talk about, Brittany, between POAC and all of the amazing things that you do. You were just, so we were just at Yandy's house also, and you were a star of
we're jumping around
showcasing her skincare. So yeah, you did a lot that same day.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, those of you who don't know who Yandy is, because I didn't for a while until I watched the show, Love and Hip Hop, it's a reality show. Yandy Smith is one of the people on the show. Amazing woman. She has a new skincare line called Yell. Very, very good skincare.
Isn't it great?
Very natural. It's amazing. Check it out.
And for you, your skin is very sensitive, right?
It is very sensitive. I have eczema. And also combination oily, dry. It's a mess. So I'm happy I got to use that skincare line, and check her out on Instagram, Yandy Smith.
And you're on her Instagram page.
Yeah, I know.
You're there.
Yandy Smith. Well, I don't know if she posted it
You
yet.
did the dance.
I don't think she posted it
She
yet.
didn't? Okay.
No. You're on there though.
Okay. I don't want to see it.
Okay.
I don't look back.
Yeah, that's like I don't listen to this podcast. I don't listen. I just talk, and I just don't want to listen back. But we're going off topic. iHeartRadio was great. The Gearharts were amazing, and that's what we're gonna actually bring up next. We usually do a product pick of the week, but we need to showcase the Gearharts as our company pick of the week.
They're phenomenal. You know, as I said before, Richard and Elizabeth, wonderful people. We've known them for years, and introduced many of my clients to them because they're people we can 100% trust. And they'll walk them, the Gearharts will definitely walk them through the patent terrain, intellectual properties terrain, anything that you need protected, the Gearharts will help you 100%. And they'll, as actually Antonia was saying at dinner, she loved how much Richard actually spent time with her on the phone and really paid attention to what she was talking about in terms of her patent and all of the questions that she had. So yes, shout out to the Gearharts.
Gearhart Law, that is the name of their company.
They're in Summit, New Jersey.
Check them out if you have your idea and you want to get it patented or have any questions. Amazing man, an amazing woman. Gearhart Law, Gearhart, Gearhart Law. Check them out. Their number is 908-273-0700, gearhartlaw.com. And that is our company pick of the week.
I like that.
Me too.
Perfect.
So to dive in, we have a great interview. Amazing woman. Her name is Theresa Davis, and she has a really unique, inventive, creative product. We're not going to say too much about it, but just wait and listen. Here is Theresa Davis.
Hello, Theresa.
Hello. How are you, Lisa?
We are so happy to have you on the show. We've been talking about you, everybody. This is Theresa Davis, the inventor of Cover Me Clean. So happy to have you on the show. I'm here with my co-host and daughter, Brittany Ascalise.
How are you, Theresa?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for the invite.
Oh
Absolutely.
My God. Couldn't wait for this one. I call this a preview, a trailer to the launch, because we're only going to tease our listeners, right? We're not going to give them all of the information about your product, because you'll be launching it and speaking at our AOE conference coming up in April. So that's April 19th. And you will be on the panel, right, Theresa?
Yes.
How excited are you about this product?
I'm absolutely excited. I'm so excited. It's so many days that have passed that I'm trying to contain, but it's hard.
No, it really and truly is. And I'm so grateful and thankful that you are a client of mine and you've stayed the course. And I know the listeners are going, what did she invent? What did she invent? What is it? So how do we can jump around a little bit. We talked about the name of your product, so we can jump around and just, why don't we talk about your product a little bit without giving away too much information and your background, if you can do that.
Okay. Yes. Okay. My name is Theresa Davis, as you've introduced me. I worked for the Department of Homeland Security for 15 years, and I just recently resigned, and I was thinking about some of the encounters that I had while I was working within the department, being around so many people and watching some of the things and behaviors that were going on within the airport, and looking at some of the products and the things that were coming through. And one of the things that really jumped out at me was just, it's cleanliness. making sure that our children are safe and that, we're keeping them protected.
Yes, and you certainly. Tell me a little bit about that journey afterwards. I know that you had a couple of inventions, and we can kind of talk about that first, and which will lead into how this has come to pass. So you had a couple of other inventions, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and so what happened with the one? I think it was one in particular we talked about, if you don't mind sharing.
So my first, no, I do not. So my first invention was a product that was also for infants. And within this product, it was a product that I created that you would integrate a scented system, so like a fragrance system within this product, in order to control the odor of like the smell of diapers or different things like that. And so it was a mild scent, and you can change the different fragrances to like baby powder or any other, smell or scent or whatever. And so because of being excited and overzealous, I kind of ran past the warning sign because I was so excited about trying to get my product out there and just being able to help families, to try to make things easier for mothers that were dealing with smaller children.
Sure.
And so, and then you sometimes trust. You feel like you can trust people the way you can be trusted.
Well, because you're excited and you think people in the same industry you should be able to trust, right? When they're, when they're on national television and they're advertising their companies on the internet, you feel like you could trust them. You can trust them, right?
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you?
Absolutely. So, but when you're not well-rounded, or if you don't have the information and you're not exactly sure what the roadmap is, you tend to trust a little more than you should. And especially if you haven't, completed all of your homework when it comes to that, because sometimes you just do not know. And even the information you are able to gather, if you don't know what you don't know the questions to ask.
That's right. So what happened? So where did that lead you?
Okay, so I found myself with the old cliche, the angel investors, I call it, my daughter calls it the infamous cliche, the invention stolen, the angel investor, the mixed emotions, fear, the trust, and then moving too quickly, and just not doing the homework. Or finding yourself in a situation where you are around people who you feel know the roadmap and that are giving you advice and that they're going to lead you the right way, and you kind of let them take a lead on that. And that's kind of what I did. The angel investor introduced me to an intellectual properties attorney, and I shared my information. We did the non-disclosure. Everything was great. I had no reluctancy. I was comfortable with the whole situation. Well, then my angel investor, after getting my drawings and the drafting, first we did our research the product to make sure that it wasn't on the market or it hadn't, been used or anything like that. And then we began the drawings and began, trying to put everything into place. And then my angel investor fell out. It fell through. So because I could not afford to continue, I put it on hold for, I ended up paying what I could to make sure that I could cover the cost of the draft and the pictures and everything. And then I put it on hold for a couple of years. And so you hear on the advertisement, the companies that are like the Inventors Help kind of companies. Sure. And I went in and I spoke with one of the gentlemen in regards to the product. This is a different company now. And,
so did they switch companies, or so you left the company you were working with? So the angel investor that you were working with, you stopped working with them, and then you started working with another company on the same product?
Right. So
Okay.
the angel investor, the financing fell through. So the angel investor did not come through with the
I see.
full amount of the financing for the product.
Okay.
So he introduced me to the intellectual property attorneys, and so I went in and I did all of the entire thing, showing them the product and going through all of that. And then the angel investor did not pay the full amount of what the cost was for the product to, be completed as far as the patent.
Okay.
So I put it on hold for a couple of years because I figured, okay, I'll work and I'll try and come up with this money to get this patent and everything. Well, 12.5 is a lot of money,
What was it?
And so $12,500.
Is that what they asked you for?
That's what they were asking for.
Okay.
And the and the angel investor came to us through our church. So it wasn't just my company. It was my invention. It was other businesses that they had wooed into this. Like, we're going to help you with financing for, either it'll be startup capital or it'll be, for your inventions or innovations, or if it's just for equipment.
So you had backers. So you had backers for this product, and there were people that you could actually trust. And so once you had all of those people in place, you thought they were going to move forward. They did not. And so did you moved on to another company, and this other company that you started working with. So what happened when you started working with the next company? I believe that you gave.
So it would have been the same scenario. You go in, you do your non-disclosures, you share the product, and they tell you, okay, this is what the cost is going to be, and there it is. So here we are. We're trying to raise the money for the cost to go in and get this invention moving forward, finally. And so I started to call around and started checking out on the internet, trying to locate a company that could possibly do a working prototype for me, because I did my own prototype. And so it wasn't the best looking prototype. You're being new at this and all. So I did the best I could, but I wanted a physical working product so that I could, go in and get started with this.
Right.
Well, in the process of me doing that and then trying to come up with the financing to get going with that portion of it, while I was on the internet, I was looking for, can someone do this product, and happened to run across my product.
Your product. This is, oh my God. So you came across your product, the product that you had shown now to two different companies. So now you're on company number 2. So company number 2 was just, they're in it for the first time. They didn't have any idea. So they were pretty much innocent in the venture with you, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you showed it to this next company, they were probably going, well, this is already done. This is already on the market, right?
No, it wasn't. He said, oh, this is wonderful. What you share with me, I thought it was something that I may have seen before. I had gone through some of the search and just by the wording and everything, he thought, well, this is what it is. But once I showed him the product, he was just like, I'm stunned. I mean, this is nothing like what I thought it was or what I was searching and I thought I was looking for. This is not the product. And so we really need to, this is a good product. We need to get, going forward on this.
Right.
And so, like I said, I was all excited. So I started to try and find a working prototype. And I came across my product.
That's crazy. How
internet.
Insane was that? So you did your research. Did you find out that it was the company that you initially gave your idea to, that you did all the work? Was it the same company?
No, I do not. I do not know if it was that company, because the way that it was set up is that my product was broken up. So the first company that I shared my product with, I shared with them in extensively. So meaning that this product was going to be biodegradable.
But you showed it to them.
Itself.
You showed them the
Yes,
entire. So the first company, I'm sorry to cut you off, but the first company you showed everything to, all of the information. Okay, and
right, I shared with them the scented items that would be integrated within there and all of that. I showed them everything.
So they wound up, or somebody wound up taking your information. So there's two parts to this. Number one,
Yes.
Certainly great minds think alike. Okay. So you
Yes.
came up with something that someone may possibly have been working on. They did the search, and the first company, I guess, did the search, and they told you there was nothing like it on the market. So you were pursuing it with them. And at that
Right.
juncture, you were not protected. You did not have any kind of protection on the product because you trusted them to take care of all these
Right.
details, right?
Right.
Okay. Now that's so sad, and that happens more times than you really even want to know. I mean, as a young person, when I started out, when I was very, very young, I trusted everybody. I had drawings done. I had everything drawn up, and I'd sent to different companies. But I was also in my teens. I did not know the difference. And it doesn't matter how old you are. You could be just 20, you could be 70, you could be whatever, 50. And if you don't know the terrain, you don't know it. And so we moved past that one. And then I start thinking about like first of all, how did we even meet? Every once in a while, I want to hear it from you. How did we meet, Theresa?
Okay. So, after going through all that, you have this apprehension. You're just afraid. You're either going to hold on to this invention, or you're going to trust and get it out there, and you're just going to have to do your homework and do a little bit more research and pray. Pray and literally be led, because you cannot, like you said, you cannot navigate a terrain that you're not familiar with.
Right.
And so even though just the little insight that I had just with the experience from the two attorneys and everything that I had dealt with before with my first product, I still did not have an in-depth understanding of how it all works. And so I just began praying, and I was looking around and I was searching, and I'm like, Lord, just please send me someone who truly understands, who will be almost like a midwife and just help me, walk me through this, because I'm not afraid, because if I can back up, because I digress, I wasn't afraid, or I wasn't fearful, because I understand that fear is something that it helps you to understand that you are navigating into a different terrain, or if I could just say this, Lisa, my analogy of fear is an alert system. So it's a focus. This is my acronym.
Sure.
It's a focus exercise that alerts you to recalibrate. So this focus exercise is when that fear hits you, you have the tendency, you take a deep breath, you begin to breathe a little harder, your adrenaline is pumping, your blood is pumping, you can either fight or flight. It depends on what situation you're encountering. Because of that, I said, I cannot be fearful. I have to stop and recalibrate and understand what exercise I need to apply to this in order to implement what it is that I need to do, and help me to understand what direction I need to take from this point. And so in that and praying, I went on the internet again. The internet is my friend. And I started looking up, and I promise you, your information just popped up out of nowhere. I mean, there was nothing else in. I was so focused on what it was that I was being told in my spirit until it led me directly to you.
Wow. What a blessing.
Directly.
And a blessing,
Yes,
a blessing it is. And I'm so blessed to have you as a client, because you too, I mean, you have been so diligent in your everything that I asked you to do, you provide, and we've worked on this together for a very long time. And again, the listeners are going, what the heck are they talking about? What's fear? What do we, and what do we talk about? What's the product? Sorry, guys, we still can't tell you. But I have to say this product, and I'm so glad that I was available to help you, that we somehow came together, and we are in the same in that we believe that, God definitely guides us. I know he guides me in every single thing that I do. Without him, I'm 100% without. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and that's everything and we talk about that in our work. And when we're, now I know you were freaking out the other day because I sent you your final prototype, right?
Yes. Yes.
Let's talk about how you felt then, Theresa.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my goodness. So when you called me and you were like, hi Teresa, how are you? And I'm like, hi Lisa, everything's fine. And you go, okay, did you get it? And because of our conversation prior to that, it was like, okay, I'm going to be mailing some items out to you. When you get it, let me know. So I was thinking you were, talking about the UPS or the FedEx information that you were sending. So I said, well, no, I didn't. You said, obviously not, because you would be talking like this calm.
You were so calm. I was like, wow. Clearly, she did not receive
yes.
the pre-production sample.
No, I sent it it's in your email, and I also text you information. And so I was like, at that point, there it goes. That, that adrenaline starts pumping. You're breathing, you're sweating and all. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? And when I look, I try and contain myself so that I'm not too boisterous, because I can get kind of.
Oh, let it out, girl. Let it out.
Oh, I just wanted to scream to the top of my lungs. It was like, it's here. To see something that you have envisioned within, to be able to see it without, out in, you can see it and it's tangible now.
To come to fruition. You see it, it's a real product. So from a thought, just from a thought, an idea, a mental invention, as I call it, having it come to life, right. Right, to give birth to this wonderful product, your invention, this idea that you came up with. And the cool part is, what I think is very cool is, my clients, my inventors are on one side thinking and waiting and hoping, and I'm on the other side, and I'm working with my team of manufacturers and engineers, and you don't see that part happening. So it's like nothing is happening on your side, and then you actually receive this product, this invention that you've envisioned. How does that feel, girl?
Oh my. First off, like I said, you're in shock, because this is something we're conveying back and forth over the phone and type, by email and text message. And I mean, I haven't even gotten a chance to sit down with you to like just. I was like, this is a miracle worker. What is Lisa? Where'd you come from? It's like you picked it up, and the way you just laid everything out for me. That's the one thing I want to say, Lisa, and I appreciate you for that, because
thank you.
You did not leave any stone unturned. You explained it. You submitted the paperwork to me. You let me look over it. You said, these are the steps we're going to follow. And it gave me that roadmap. And so it gave me the confidence in you and in the whole situation at hand. I have no worries. You made me feel so at ease, even after what I had gone through.
Yes.
I felt at ease because I understood from a spiritual sense, and just from your voice and the way, the calmness and the assurance and just, oh, Lisa, I just thank you. I just don't know any other way of saying it, because when I seen the product and it was exactly like, how could she get it exactly?
I take everything. I take it out of your head. And I really do. I honestly, I can envision things, but you explained it very, very well. You explained it. We talked about it. I did the best I could do to draw it. And you know what my drawings look like. But I mean, it was easy enough for me to understand from your description. And your description was so powerful and so perfect. It just made sense. It made
Wow.
sense. So it was easy for me to convey this to our engineers and the factories that I work with, and and the graphic artists and just everybody. Collectively as a team, we were able to provide this awesome invention for you, Cover Me Clean. And I have to tell you, the same way you feel, Theresa, I can't tell you exactly how you feel, but I know how I feel. Every single time I can complete a project, finish an invention that somebody pours into me, because that's what you're doing. You're trusting me and you're pouring your information and your sacred ideas into me. And you have to trust and believe that the person you're working with, meaning me and the people I trust to make this, happen, is a big deal. And it's a big deal for me. And I cry when I receive projects and products. I still do. And I say the same thing when from concept to fruition, after this project is finished, where I'm going to take it to market. So I see the whole thing through and I envision where it's going to be. Even when I walk through the doors of the shopping networks and QVC and HSN and Shop HQ and Bed Bath & Beyond and all of these places, when they open the doors for me, I have such gratitude. So I think I kind of know the way you feel. And this is me after all of these years. It's 20 years with QVC, 20 years with HSN, and I'm still, I break down. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I thank God for the opportunity to work with people like yourself who are also grateful and who have such an open heart and an open mind. And that means the world to me. It really does. So I'm happy to be able to provide you with your dream. And this product is a dream and it will be for so many people, for so many.
Well, Lisa, if I can interject on that, like I believe I emailed you and I let you know that this is not something that that is just happenstance. You have been placed strategically to be that person, that point. You know what they call it, the person of contact, or the point of contact, in order to open up doors for generations. Because this is not something that is just for for someone to revel in and think that it's just about me. And this is something that is a generational change that you have been placed to help. And you don't take it lightly. And that's what I respect about you.
Thank you.
You are sincere, you're strong, you're courageous, because I know just what I tried to do on my own, I just almost just fainted. It was like, this is overwhelming.
Yes,
this is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It is. No, it is.
And
It's a big thing. And,
absolutely.
No, and I'm really proud of you, because it does take, as I say, positivity and perseverance equals, always productivity. And you have to have that. You really do. You have to have that positive attitude. You have to have people who are the people who surround you with the same mindset. And we've talked about that, family and friends, and who you should and should not share information with. And you've hit it. You've done it. You've kept it quiet and to yourself. And that's what... that's why you're going to have a really super successful launch, because not a lot of people know about it yet. Not even the listeners. And they're still going, what the heck are they talking about? So I can't wait to meet you. You're going to be on our panel April 19th, Sunday, April 19th, 2020 at our AOE conference, the Association of Women Inventors and Entrepreneurs. And you are going to speak all about your product there. You're going to do the big reveal. You will be one of the inventors on the panel. Amazing.
Oh, my.
Because you did it.
Just to hear that is just, oh, my God.
You did it.
Just to hear that. It just seemed like surreal, It's just surreal to hear that. It's just, especially when you've been working so long and so diligent and so hard.
Well, that's what you get, honey. What you reap is what you sow, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And you did. You planted the seeds and you followed, you did everything that you needed to be done. And I really appreciate that. I appreciate you so much for being who you are. And God puts people in my life also for a reason. And I feel like he's handpicked you also. Very blessed to have
thank
you as a client.
Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, thank you so much. I just thank you for even allowing me into the fold. I don't know what I would be doing right now if you had not been in my life. And so I am very appreciative of that. And Brittany, I know we haven't said much to you, but I want to let you know I thank you too. I was telling my daughter, I listened to your podcast, and I said, listen, I said, she's there, she's helping, and she's guiding, and she's dealing with bringing in the information and helping her mother out and everything. And I was telling my daughter, I said, look at how beautiful that is.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a person that is so special and people come around them and protect them and guard them and assist them, that is a blessing. And so
she's my right hand, Theresa. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I know that because I know how my daughter and I are, and I just hear it in her voice, and I hear and she'll even do her little gentle corrections like my daughter like my daughter does me without calling me old. No, Mom, you can't do that. That's not for the now. We're not going to say that,
I love that you called it gentle corrections.
Yeah, I do too. And I'm looking at her. Yes. It's so kind.
So I definitely want to thank you for that. I really do.
Thanks, Theresa. I really appreciate that. No, that's amazing. I love helping my mom and working with her. It's always fun. And I just love everything about what she does. And I just want to help as much as I can. But before we end this amazing segment, I do want to wrap up the podcast with the 3 questions. Are you familiar with the 3 questions?
Let's go for it.
Okay. Who would play you in a movie?
Who would play me in a movie?
Yes.
Let's see. Let's think. I am kind of a reserved person, so I'm going to say Janet Jackson.
Nice.
Ooh.
You know what? You kind of look a little like Janet Jackson. I saw that headshot today. You got a little Janet Jackson going on there. That's beautiful. I would agree with that.
Okay. Next one. What would the name of your movie be?
Life Exposed.
Oh,
I like that.
That was quick and
that was
on point. Love
perfect.
it.
Okay, so 3rd question. You're stranded on a deserted island and you can only have one person with you, and it cannot be a family member and it cannot be a significant other. Who would you have with you?
God Almighty.
Amen. Amen.
Lord God Almighty.
Yes.
100%.
That was an easy one.
Because he knows I am not good by myself.
That's right. None of us are.
Yeah.
None of us are. We 100% need him. And Theresa, this has been so amazing. I'm so proud of you. Every single day. I can't wait to meet you. Here we're miles and miles away from each other. We've never met, and we've been able to complete this project, and can't wait to have you at the conference. I can't wait to see you there and give you a big hug and congratulate you and just continue to make incredible memories and journal, right?
Yes, absolutely, Lisa. I am just so grateful, and I thank you so much. And this is definitely a partnership and friendship that is going to be forever lasting. So
Amen.
I'm looking forward to it as well, and I'm just so excited.
Amen, sweetheart. Thank you so
Thanks,
much for being on our
Teresa.
show. Absolutely love you,
Thank
doll.
you.
God bless you.
God bless you all as well.
All right. Take care. Have a blessed evening, Theresa.
You too.
All right.
Goodbye.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye. That was a phenomenal interview. How much do you love her enthusiasm?
She's so sweet. She's so driven.
She's driven. She's passionate. She cares. She has gratitude. She's got all of the elements. She cares about what she's doing. And I so appreciate the fact that she's grateful. I'm grateful to her. But anyway, she's going to go really far. And I'm happy to support her. And can't wait to have her on our panel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, in
AOE
April.
conference coming up Sunday, April 19th, 2020. It's around the corner, guys. So if you have not purchased tickets yet, please do so. Again, it's the Association of Women Inventors and Entrepreneurs Conference coming up Sunday, April 19th. Princeton, New Jersey. It's going to be at the Doubletree Hotel in Princeton. That's on Route 1. Super easy to get to. Princeton is absolutely gorgeous. But please purchase your tickets today. Go to aowie.com. If you want to be a vendor, there's a limited space, so please register. Go online to AOWIE and click on vendor registration. You'll see a table there with a button. Super easy. Just click on it and you'll have all of the information. You can also give me a call, and we certainly answer the phone in our office here. The phone number is 732-647-5433. That's 732-647-5433.
Awesome. So guys, if you have an idea or an invention, you can always go to inventingatoz.com for my mother's business. You can also find her on Facebook, YouTube, same thing, first and last name Lisa, Ask Elise, Instagram, The Inventress. If you would like to be on the podcast or have a question for us, email us, theinventresspodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear your questions and try to help you out as much as we can. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts: Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. We have it all. We're even on YouTube. You can listen through YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Rate and review. The more reviews we get, the better we are to reach everyone else. And we love everyone's support thus far. I enjoy doing the Inventors podcast with my mother. She is not bribing me to do this. She's not threatening me to do this. I'm honestly just doing it because I love this. I love what she does.
Having you with me, Brittany.
And it's fun. We spend time together, and I thoroughly enjoy it. If you want to find me on Instagram, I can't remember my handle, so I'm there. You'll find me.
You can find Brittany all over.
You'll see me somewhere.
Yeah, her beautiful face. So yeah, it's been awesome. Loved. Thank you so much for always listening, always coming back. And you know what I say all the time. Please continue lifting each other up 2 hands at a time. And you know, sometimes you just got to use that foot. Until next time, peace.